2026, the world was boiling. National debts around the world continue to mount. Russia continues its pursuit of Ukraine, potentially beyond. China waged a subsidized industrial war that's replacing European and Southeast Asian production. And the Middle East is spicing up again with the Iranian regime. The division between the East and West was mounting. China's industrial war of production over capacity, coupled with Russia's continued attempt to expand, could no longer be ignored. Uncle Sam told the room, if China doesn't win its industrial war, China could consider more physical action. The West must choose to protect their domestic industries, or the economic slowdown that China is trying to avoid will end up at the West's doorstep. By the West countering the Chinese industrial war through protectionism, the concerns of an increased military presence from China were real. Uncle Sam stated, to prevent China from taking military action, the West must control the barrels of crude oil and natural gas liquids. China is heavily dependent upon imported crude oil and natural gas liquids to operate their export economy and war machine. The risk was too great for Uncle Sam to just sit back. Something had to be done. On January 3rd, 2026, Operation Absolute Resolve toppled Venezuela's regime and instantly removed nearly 1 million barrels per day of heavy crude away from China. Now under U.S. control, the flow of heavy crude oil can now be managed in the best interest of the West. Iran was the next chess piece. Tehran's discounted crude oil and natural gas liquids had become vital lifelines for China's petrochemical overcapacity. Uncle Sam needed influence over the Iranian preferential barrels and natural gas liquids to be able to throttle down China. Uncle Sam claimed regime change must take place in Iran that will work in cooperation with the United States, not against it. The Iranian regime protests and Iran's nuclear risk opens the door. Then there's Iraq. Chinese firms manage or operate 2/3 of Iraq's oil fields. This was not by coincidence. China has significant influence on Iraq's oil supply. Take action on Iraq if needed. Most other large crude oil and natural gas liquid producing countries have Western influence. However, Uncle Sam wasn't going to take any chances. He made his way into the waters. The Strait of Hormuz and Malacca funneled a quarter of seaborne trade. Choke points became chokeholds. Massive United States aircraft carriers over 3 football fields long and over a football field wide, accompanied with carrier strike groups, position themselves in strategic locations in international waters. These carrier strike groups can cut off the oil and natural gas liquid arteries that make their way into China. With the Venezuelan and Iranian crude now influenced by the West and Iraq closely monitored, Beijing's industrial and kinetic war machine has drastically weakened. The China and Moscow axis backed off. Uncle Sam, the oil and gas man, has prevented World War III by strategizing oil and natural gas liquid supply chains. Thanks for listening.